Hey traders, John Howell here. What's next for silver, gold, the mining stocks, and also the stock market? That's what we're going to be having looking. We're looking at the S&P 500 technical analysis. We're looking at silver, looking at gold, looking at all these markets, looking at the charts, and seeing what's happening right now on the short term and what we need to be keeping an eye out for moving forward this week. Let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. Before I start guys, some people have been asking me about my coaching program. As you know, it's been closed for a long time, but I've just opened up 5 spots. If you're interested in that, very first link in the description, go check it out. Now moving on through to silver and gold, what's been going on through there? Now if we have a look at the last couple of months when it comes to silver and gold, something really interesting has been happening, and we may be getting ready for another crash in gold or another sell-off in gold when it comes to these markets. And even if we do get a bit of a sell-off, I don't think it's going to be too much, by the way guys, because I think gold's trajectory is very nicely to the upside. But with all that being said, one thing I'm noticing here when it comes to gold is, as you can see, we've got this trend line coming down through here, which will be very important point. If we can rally, it's going to be a very important point to be keeping an eye out for. Now, if I bring up my other trend line and I bring up this one right here, let me see if I can bring this here. This one here is also another important valid trend line that I would use in the markets. And you can see how it happened. We actually rallied out. We came back down, had this absolutely just slamming to the downside. And then now we're right at this major level of support. So we're at this level of support right now. 1860 is that level there. If I open my chart right up though, you can see this long-term blue line. That's a long-term over the last sort of 12 months. We can see we have a long-term support line coming into play through here. So it's very interesting to see what's happening through here when it comes to the gold and so on and so forth. So gold's not out of the woodworks yet. I'm actually bullish gold overall, guys, but maybe on the short term, again, it's very difficult to say. But what we want to be keeping an eye out for is this level here. Do we continue rallying up? If we do, we're probably likely to continue seeing a move back to the upside, and this is like a bit of a short-term triangle pattern. If we start to break down below here, then we could actually start to see an even more of a drop in gold. But looking at these weekly charts, we can see that we do have, let's go back over here. We do have this level through here when it comes to gold. This level through here, which is around the 1800 level, somewhere around about, maybe even just a bit below. We're probably likely to find a bit of support there, then start to move back to the upside. So in a nutshell, guys, if we do start to see a movement to the downside, on the daily chart now, if we do start to see a movement to the downside, then we're probably likely to find a lot of support around the 1800 and also around sort of that level would be there. 1800 down to say 1750 would be major support level. That'd be actually a really good buying opportunity as well too. So if we do start to see a bit of a, is gold going to see another crash, another slam down? Then if so, there's probably going to be a really good opportunity. Moving over through to silver, let's actually bring up the last 3 months of silver, and this is what's happening here with silver. So silver's been holding up quite strong. What we want to see for a bullish confirmation within silver, by the way, I'm bullish already. I'm actually in silver right now myself. So long term guys, I'd like to see silver start to make a move to the upside. So one thing I'm seeing through here when it comes to silver is that we want to see it break above this resistance line to be a bit more of a free and clear, and then we're likely to start to see another nice move. You can see we've been pretty much doing nothing through here, a bit of a drop down, and then a bit of a nothing move through here. One thing that you'll want to see again is a break to the upside. If we start to break down, then we could be getting ready to have another drop to the downside when it comes to silver. So silver's one of those wildcats, guys, that we can see that's what's happening through there. Moving over now through to the mining stocks, and the mining stocks on an absolute short term are looking quite bearish, but they're in a triangle pattern. And depending on where it breaks out, then we're likely to start to see a very nice move. So we have, as you can see, for the last sort of couple of months, we've been doing pretty much nothing. We have a bit of a trend line coming down through to here. So a bit of a trend line coming down through here, and we have a support level. Now, this is a descending triangle pattern, but just because it's descending doesn't mean we're definitely going to get a drop to the downside. Now, even if we do get a drop to the downside, this weekly chart is a very big, long-term weekly move to the upside. So even if we do get a bit of a drop down, just like gold, major support is around that 45 level on the GDXJ, maybe a bit lower. You can see we're actually, this point through here is actually a major support level through here. And then if we do get a bit of a drop down, 45 is also going to be an amazing buying opportunity as well too. So I'm already in GDXJ as well too. So if we do get that move to the downside, I'll be definitely buying more when it comes to the GDXJ. So on the short term, guys, once again, we want to see the mining stocks start to move up again and start to break out here. We don't want to see a breakdown, because if we do, then we could see a bit of follow through. Moving over through to the GDX, and the GDX. Let me take this off the screen. So on the GDX, we've been in this triangle pattern here for quite some time. I thought this day here would be a very nice sort of continuation. You can see it actually just got back down to the channel. And now we're just sort of at the bottom of this channel and got a bit of support and resistance level. I'd say somewhere around about that $37 level is definitely support. So you can see a bit of a drop down, a bit of a rally up. So even if we do get a bit more of a drop to the downside, guys, I still see this thing. We're probably likely to pick back up. I'm just bullish here. So for me to see any confirmation of bullishness out of the GDX, we want to see this thing rally and get back above this resistance line here, because this is where the market's been holding. If we hold here and we can start to get back above 40, 42, then we're probably likely to start to see another nice move back up to 50, 55, and so on. So moving over through to the SILJ, and the SILJ is actually quite bullish. Look at this. Look at the silver junior stocks, which is just crazy, right? We had this trend line coming down through here, and we had this support level. Interesting is that you notice that this is exactly what the gold mining stocks are doing, bit of a descending triangle pattern. But look what happened here. We broke to the upside, we come back down, and now we're just holding here right now above this trend line. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to actually see more movement to the upside when it comes to the SILJ. And same for the SIL as well too, right? We had this descending triangle pattern all the way down. We had a bit of a double bottom. We can see we actually had a big rally up, come back down. I wouldn't be too quite surprised to see this thing holding support here and starting to move to the upside. So I'm actually quite bullish on the miners through there. Moving over now through to the Dow Jones. And as you can see with the Dow Jones, we did have very significant strong resistance around that 28,000 level. Maybe a bit below that. Let me take that off the screen. It's a bit of support level there. Resistance level through there. And we had a support around the 26,600. And now we had a bit of a rally up. Now we're just going sideways. So we are at all-time new highs. Pretty sure, are we? Yeah, well, we actually eked out a new high. We're at all-time new highs on the Dow Jones and also the S&P 500, as you can see. Very, very, very strongly when it comes to these. Let me actually bring that through there. It's probably going to be through there somewhere. I would use that. Let me take that off the screen. So we're at all-time new highs, and there's probably likely to be a stimulus package passed again, and so I see, guys, that the bullishness, even though we may get some short-term pullbacks, the bullishness that I see is coming is likely to be very strong over the next few months, and especially if we're at all-time new highs right now, and the Robin Hooders get their stimulus package again. Guess what's going to happen? The exact same thing that happened in March. But this time, we're already at all-time new highs. Last time, we went through a 30% crash, and now we can see what's happening through there as well. And also, you can see what's happening here on the Nasdaq. I see actually quite big moves coming out of the Nasdaq once again. We can see here with all these lockdowns, especially if Biden gets in. My goodness, guys, if Biden gets in, he's definitely going to shut things down. And when that happens, oh my goodness, tech stocks are going to boom again. So you can see we're in this bit of a triangle pattern, and we're creating a little bit of a higher low here as well too. So out of all the indices, guys, I not only the indices, and I was pausing there because I was thinking about what I was just about to say. It's like stock market, mining stocks, and silver and gold. I see all these having a bit of a reflation again, meaning another move to the upside, especially over the next few months. So I just see a very nice boom coming over the next few months. Now, what happens after that, I don't know, guys, but on a short-term basis, you can see what I'm looking at through there. But I just, especially the indices, guys, and even the silver mining stocks, I'm seeing a lot of bullishness start to come in to go for a very nice move. And so that's what I'm seeing through there. Hope this helped you out today, guys. Just keep an eye on these levels through here, and I'll speak to you guys real soon.